So, you really want to learn how to think in English and stop translating in your head? Well, you're gonna have to implement any or all of the tips I'm about to give you in this video. What's up, fellow learners? I'm Jay, and welcome to Speak English with Jay. If you're a consistent learner, always checking out videos on how to improve your English skills, you probably have come across this tip, think in English, especially in videos about English fluency. It's really important as a learner to learn how to think in English or to train your mind to think in English if you really want to improve your English. Well, lucky you, I'm going to share with you not one, not two, but 5 tips that, if well implemented, can help you think in English, can help you start thinking in English. Let's go. So the first tip to help you think in English is surround yourself with English. Surround yourself with English. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to live in an English speaking country, but if you can, well, that's great. Surrounding yourself with English can be done wherever you are. So you gotta stop saying, I'll improve my English when I get the US. I'll learn how to think in English when I start living in Ghana. You gotta stop using those excuses. Surrounding yourself with English can take different forms, like giving yourself time in the day where you only listen to and see English. You gotta start by 10 minutes a day, move to 30 minutes a day, and then later advance to 1 hour a day. Listening to English songs, watching YouTube videos in English, listening to a radio station in English, watching English movies. So while doing this, just see this as fun and enjoyable and not as studies. While you are listening or you're watching those English movies or listening to English songs, try to implement the following. Listen passively, or passive listening. Passive listening is whereby you listen but you're not giving it much attention, or you're not listening to reply, or you're not even interrupting. You're not giving it much attention. This helps in taking away the stress of learning the English, just normalizing it and just going with the flow of English. Repeat the English words and the English phrases that you hear and see. This helps you improve on your vocabulary, and it helps you be more confident with the language. Next tip is naming objects around you in English. Let's say by where you're sitting right now, what are you seeing around you? Name it in English. Or wherever you're outside in the public and you see something, just name it in English. Please don't name it in your native language. So the secret of this is by slowly starting small and building up. For instance, from naming the words like mud, mug, and paper, you can move further to the next step, or locations. What mug is it? It's a doormat. It's a coffee mug. It's a paper. What kind of paper? It's a tissue paper. Then you can later on advance to phrases like, there's a doormat at the door. Please bring me my coffee mug. Do you have a tissue paper? So you can go from words to collocation, and then you can move to longer phrases. Just remember to keep it simple and use words that you already know. The next tip is, I highly suspect that you probably had this next technique like 1,000 times. So the next technique is talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Trust me, it's really important that you talk to yourself. Start saying words out loud to yourself. Let's say you're making coffee. You're probably gonna need the coffee mug. You're probably gonna need some sugar. You're probably gonna need some spoon. In your head, you're probably going, oh, I need some, where's the sugar? I need some sugar. So instead of just thinking it in your head, you can start speaking it out. Where's my coffee mug? Where's the sugar? Where's the spoon? Start saying out what you think loudly. Let's say you're walking outside and you see someone wearing some nice outfit and you're like, oh my god, I love those shoes. Don't just say it in your mind, say it with your mouth. Oh my god, I love those shoes. You can even compliment the person. That would be really nice. The next tip is write in English. Have you ever noticed that whenever you take a pen and a paper to write something down, the first thing that you normally do is think about what you're gonna write? In case you don't really know what to write in English right now, here's some example. You can start by writing a shopping list, a diary, or maybe a message to any family member. I highly recommend that you start writing a journal where you express your emotions, you express your feelings. By doing that, you train your mind to start thinking in English. The fifth and the last tip is practice with others. There's a quote that goes, the proof is in the pudding. Only when you start doing something can you say if it really works. You can't just sit there and expect to know whether it works or not. You have to do something. It's really good to practice when alone, to practice thinking in English when alone, but it's also good to practice it in conversations with others. So the more you talk to your friends, students, and teachers, the more you have the chance to practice thinking in English. Just ensure that you're using the words that you already know, the vocabulary that you already know. If you really struggled thinking in English before, I'd recommend you try any or 5 of the tips that I've given you today, and I promise you'll see an improvement. I also made a video on ways to improve your English fluency, and if you're interested, you can go check it out. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and if you're an English learner and you want to keep on improving your English skills, I'd highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my English videos. And with that being said, let's see you in my next video. Bye.